Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be seeing if Bitcoin Farm Level 1 is worth it for you to run here in Escape from Tarkov. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on the video, and of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Now, what do I mean worth it to run? I mean with 10 GPUs, spending 4 million on the GPUs, assuming you didn't find any in raid, and assuming you're buying your fuel, and assuming you are quick selling your bitcoins and not using them for like a weapon case barter or something like that. So under a lot of assumptions, we're to be seeing if it's worth it or not. So let's hop in the hideout. Let me show you the Bitcoin farm here. I'm making a Bitcoin about every 30 hours, 29 and a half hours with 10 GPUs. That's what it takes for a Bitcoin. That's the length because I just installed the Bitcoin farm and I just put all 10 GPUs in, and I have a fresh fuel in the second slot here. So every 21 hours, we're going to need another metal fuel can, which are about 160,000. So we got some math to do, but that is okay. So let me verify the price with Jaeger. We're going to be doing rough estimates. So 165,000. I'll write some of it down, but like I said, it's going to be rough estimates here on what the actual numbers are. I'm sure I could do it to the exact amount, but honestly, I'm kind of lazy and want to get back to playing Starfield because it's actually a lot of fun, and even though people are hating on it, I'm absolutely loving it. Played 11 hours yesterday. Don't judge me. There's plenty of grass in the game, so I'm touching that. So we got to get a Bitcoin, and I'm probably just going to have to take the L and do the barter for one if it's up, just so I can get the sell price. It is not up. That's really unfortunate. I'm not going to wait 22 minutes. So I'll go off the last price I remember, and it was like 360K, something like that. It was like 365K. At the beginning of Wipe, they were selling for over 400,000 rubles, which was nice. I found a few of them in like my first few raids. So we're going to go off like 365K. We'll make the math really easy, actually, with that. So 365K for the quick sell. Like I said, that's a guesstimate because I can't do the barter right now. I would have just took the L and bought the items for the video, but it's out of stock. So we're making a Bitcoin every 29 hours. We'll call it 29, even though it's 29 and a half. So every 29 hours, we're pumping out a Bitcoin out of the Bitcoin farm. And every 21 hours, we're spending 165,000 on fuel. So there is a 8-hour difference there with 200K profit. And this doesn't count any other crafts you should be doing in your hideout. Doesn't count the scav case either. If you're going to be running your Bitcoin farm, you should have every other module pumping something out. If you're going to be offline for a while, do some of the longer crafts. Like, for example, a craft that I do, not to resell, but for personal use, is the Piranha right now. I don't know if I have flechettes yet. I'm going to have to check. But the Piranha, I think these sell for a lot, actually. Yeah, like 2,000 rubles. So even if you wanted to pump out a longer craft just for something to sell super easy and not worry about it, you could do that as well. But back to the point, if you're running the Bitcoin farm, I know we're only talking about that, but you should be using your other modules to get the max amount of profit out of your hideout. So we got about a 200,000 ruble difference here in profit, and then we have 8 hours of fuel to make up. So, we'll just do 21 divided by 8. That's the wrong way. 8 divided by 21. That's going to be 0.38, and the reason we're doing this is the differential for fuel, because we're going to be using extra fuel. So we're going to be using 0.38 extra fuel. So all we got to do is take our 165,000 rubles, and then we will multiply by 0.38, and that's going to be another 62,700. Not exact math. It's just, based off a 65K flat fee. I know it's like 166,000 or something. And like I said, we also don't have the actual price the Bitcoin resells for, so I can't give you a number. So we're going to take our 200,000 rubles profit that we originally had. We're going to take off the 62,700, and every single Bitcoin that you get from a level 1 farm with very basic hideout skills. I will show you that as well. Mainly because I know everybody's going to be different. Crafting 2, hideout management 3, I have not been grinding. I'm sorry. So right now for me, every single Bitcoin that comes out of the Bitcoin farm, I would profit 137,000 rubles. And at that point, it's better to keep them in your stash and do the weapon case barter. For 10 Bitcoins, you're essentially, you're either making 1.3 million or you're getting a weapon case, which is like 4 to 6 million right now in Fleet. But how long would it take to pay off the 4 million ruble investment for the GPUs? That's another thing I wanted to include in this, to let you know if it's worth it or not. and it's actually pretty easy. We would have to go off the amount of bitcoins that you get because I don't have the exact times, and I'm not gonna do all that. It's way too much math, and everybody fucking hates math. So if you got them at 400,000 a piece, which is basically what they are, you can find some lower. Sometimes they're 420. They're at 420 right now, 425. Sometimes they're at 380,000. You know, it just depends on the time of day when you're buying them, all that good stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 4 million rubles, and then we're gonna divide that by the 137,000 rubles profit per Bitcoin every single time, and that's gonna take 29 Bitcoins. It's gonna take a little over a month for you to pay off your Bitcoin farm if you keep it on level 1. So right now, make sure you are getting to level 2 and level 3 as fast as possible to make it worth it, because this is a shorter wipe, guys. This is a shorter wipe for sure, and that's under the assumption you're going to play often and get those Bitcoins out of your Bitcoin farm. Now, you just have to have enough fuel, because when they're pumping out every 30 hours and you have a limit of 3 that can be in here, you know, you're going to be all right. You're probably logging on at least once in the next 90 hours, and if you have enough fuel in there, you know, based on generator level, I don't even know if I can go to 3. I can. So, you know, you can store a decent bit of fuel up. You should be good there. But, you know, it's honestly like if you're playing a lot, it's worth it. But if you're not playing a lot, it's not really even worth installing. If you wanted to just put one GPU, if you wanted to grind them out, find them in raid, whatever, that's definitely the way to go. Buying all of them probably isn't if you're not playing that much. So I know it was kind of sporadic. I needed a video for the afternoon. I'm recording it in the early morning. I haven't even got on Starfield yet. I'm 100% addicted. And, yeah, you're just going to have to deal with a little bit shittier content and more rush content because it's all I can think about. I'm loving the game. I don't give a shit what critics say. It's a phenomenal experience. So, yeah, I miss Tarkov a little bit, but at the same time, I don't. So, it's good that I'm not burned out of Tarkov, though. That's a great feeling, being able to play another game and know I can come back to Tarkov at any point. I've been playing casually. It's been phenomenal. And, you know, channel's been doing good. You guys have been awesome. It's just been great, man. I've just been enjoying gaming again for once. And it's something that I haven't really been enjoying for, like, the last year. It's just kind of stressed. And now everything's kind of good right now. So, you know, I'll definitely take it. Appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. See you in the next one. I'm out.